Hello and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to showcase a team around XL Steelix who boosted the Dragon Tail now in Ultra League, and this time, as you can see, also in Open Ultra League, as we already made a video about Shadow Nidoqueen in Ultra League Premier. If you haven't checked that out, you should, because XL Nidoqueen is so good. And yeah, you might think, okay, how does he have the Steelix already? The story behind this is like, most people think, okay, now it got the Dragon Tail buff and now it's actually decent, and like, how could you have them right now? The reason is, I got this Steelix during the like the Kanto Cup tour, was it? No, Kanto tour, only Kanto tour? I don't know. Kanto tour, I think it is. And it was like shiny, and I thought, okay, cool IV, whatever, like, even though it has like not the best quick moves, I kind of want to try it out in open, so I was just gonna run it. So I basically have that run for, I think, like 3.5 months now or something in total. Not for the whole time, so sometimes switch my buddies and stuff like that, but I basically tried to get that already for like ages. And also they did like all the Onyx Crest, which you still have, I think. I think there are still like Onyx Crest live right now, so I am prepared. It's still not fully XL, like as I said, it's like 3 power-ups I was still missing. It's close to best buddy for me, so I might just best buddy it and have it done with that. I have to see. But yeah, I was kind of lucky that I basically prepared before Dragon Tail was even a thing. The Dragon Tail boost more or less, and yeah. Here this team we have basically an ABB line again. We have the G-Fisk, we have our Steelix on the back, and we have like the Fighter in the lead. Fighter in the lead is weak against Fairy types, against Flying types, and against Psychic types, and all of them basically die to our backline. So what you usually do is, for me, I don't know whether that's actually the best play there, is say swap the G-Fisk and use the Steelix as a closer, as Steelix has better matchups like in total or like in general against Giratina and Cresselia, which you see a lot more often in this league. So this is pretty decent, and then you have like basically Steelix in the back. You have the lead of Shadow Machamp, which I couldn't really recommend. You're gonna see like a lot of lead loss. I think I lost like lead 90% of the time when I played this team. It was crazy. Like, I think I won lead twice. One time against Obstagoon and one time against an Empoleon, and that's it. Every other lead I either lost or, I mean, it's like bad neutral, like a Talonflame lead. I had like a lot of Talonflame leads against me. Was not really lucky with the teams I faced, but still pulled off a lot of wins actually, so was fine. I think I kind of went like a bit better than neutral, which is still solid for this team. This team might not be like the best like version for Steelix or something like that, but I think it's still like viable. Of course, you have XL Stunfisk, which is also, it's not difficult to get actually. Like, we had like those events, I have like stole 200 XL Stunfisk candies or something, because I grinded those things during the one event where it was in the wild and gave you guaranteed XL candies. So like, I might even get like a no-win one for Ultra League if I get a good one. Maybe I don't know if they're still in the rewards for Great League for Go Bad League right now. I don't know. We have to see. Here my opponent has the Cresselia against us, and he stays in against our Steelix, which means he must be kind of weak to it in the back as well. So I'm just gonna go for the crunch here, get some damage, or get his last shield, see what he has in the back. He's gonna let this go. I'm gonna be able to farm down at this point. Dragon Tail does, like, with the update, does like so much more damage, and here we have the matchup we really want to see. Oh yeah, we have the beautiful Giratina against us here, which gonna completely get destroyed here. I actually shield here, shield the Shadow Sneak. I can get to another crunch, and this should be able to put him into range for a Rock Slide, maybe. But crunch actually doesn't do that much. Like, Steelix is super defensive. It's like one of the highest stat product, I think. So you should not expect a lot of damage output from that thing, but still, we have the timer there. We can go for a cross shot and win this game now. Yeah, and it was actually like super awkward to get like games in this league right now. I don't know, it just takes forever. Here we have a Mew lead. We have a Lapras switch in, which is okay for me. Lapras switch in is definitely solid to play against. We outspeed him with the Rock Slides, but the Surf does a bit more damage, I think, so a bit problematic sometimes. And he survives 2 while I only throw 1 Surf. think I won this in 2 shields though, which is interesting. Maybe what I should have done here maybe is just not shield and farm down with Machamp now. I thought about that. Maybe I should have done that actually. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Here, just gonna shield. He shields as well, which is fine. I got an extra move and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna get back switch advantage. I have the Steelix for the Mew. I don't expect him to run. Usually you don't run Flame Charge in the league, you run like something like Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, something like that. So not most of the time not Flame Charge or Focus Blast or anything like that. So I can go for the Earthquake here still. Does it a lot of damage, which is solid. And my opponent, I actually don't do that much with Dragon Tail, sadly. My opponent has Flame Charge, of course. Like, why not? Ah, God. And yeah, this is not looking good for us right now. It depends on what he has in the back, but if you're gonna shield this, which you're gonna do, I don't think he has something super weak against our Machamp in the back. So I have to swap out here at some. This is Charmer, there was nothing we can do here. That was just like poor alignment, like we had lost the lead. We actually got switch advantage back, but like the Flame Charge there completely wrecked us. Good game though, nothing we can do there. Next opponent we have Clefable lead. Yeah, you see how good fighting type leads are right now. And my opponent switches into a Giratina against my Steelix. Oof. Not the best play, my friend. Not the best play. And you gotta see something super funny right now. Opponent goes for Shadow Sneak. Totally fine for me. I get extra movement. Opponent goes for Shadow Sneak. Totally fine for me. I'm gonna go for my charge move now. And my opponent gonna shield. And we are 2 shields up. And do you think Steelix cares about that? No, it does not. We're just gonna still KO him without using a single shield on this matchup. That was like so amazing. We can align our Pokemon perfectly right now. And we have like basically our... Yeah, we have our Pokemon perfectly aligned here. Problem here right now though. What does Machamp do against this team at all? I mean, nothing. So I'm just gonna Sack Swap it here on the feature side. Basically as a last shield. I think I could have just take the future side there on my G-Fisk and try to get some damage with like counter in. I don't know. Maybe I should have done that. But it's fine, because we're still gonna win this game as we have a super solid matchup here. We will have to save 1 shield for the Clefable, as I think like a move from the Clefable does more damage than a move from the Cresselia, because Clefable is less bulky but has like a bit more attack. So that's why you save the shield there. We can go for Earthquakes here. We're gonna win this game. There's nothing my opponent can do. G-Force is way too bulky to get KO'd by this Cresselia before it gets to another Earthquake. My opponent just surrenders and good game there. Next opponent we have Machamp against Obstagoon. Oh, there was 1 lead win, which is nice. And then my opponent switches into a Swampert, which is horrible, as Swampert wrecks our backline completely. Yes, most of the time you want to basically try to bait out the Swampert with the G-Fisk as well, so you can go for like Earthquake, does some damage, and maybe farm down with Machamp later on. But yeah, Swampert is like the worst spot, but I think you can face with this team. I faced it a lot though, so yeah, maybe the double combination in the back is not the best. Or maybe you should just use Breloom in the lead as it's a grass type for Swampert. No, don't do that please. And here my opponent had the Cresselia in the back, so I know I can go into my G-Fisk as my Steelix is a better answer to Cresselia. And I can still leave my Machamp alive, I can still go for Earthquakes here, and my opponent has to actually throw here twice, which he doesn't do. So we're gonna be able to get to the Earthquake, we can farm down, and here my opponent has the Cresselia, still thinks he could maybe win this match. But guess what? We have our Steelix here, which just gonna completely hardwall this thing. There's nothing you can do here. Literally nothing. This thing does not care about any of your move. Grass Knot is like the rest move you can still have for me. But look at how much a Grass Knot does here. We can take like 4 of those or something and still gonna survive. Nothing really that scares us. He goes for Moonblast, tries to get the debuff. Goodbye. Next opponent we have Machamp against Togekiss. You see, fighting tail leaves. It's just so good. I don't know what my opponent did here again. Boy, like Giratina, really? I mean, this is the best matchup I can have. This is the best possible matchup for Steelix in this league. It's Giratina. You do a super effective damage with all of your moves where you resist the dragon typing. Ah man, dude. I don't know about this play, but what I can do right now is just farm all the way down to this point and have a move ready. And knowing my opponent's team already, like basically the Fred Elite, and you're gonna see what he's gonna swap in here, which is the Stunfisk. You can go for an Earthquake here. Knowing my opponent's team here, actually I think I make a misplay, yeah? I don't know. I switched into this thing because I thought, okay, yeah. I mean, I still have my Stunfisk. I'm in a safe spot right now. There's nothing really, there's nothing that can happen here. That was definitely a right play. As I don't even have to use Shield or Flamethrower. I would survive a Flamethrower from this thing easily. Can go for T-Rex. I would have won that and still had like enough shields and energy and help for the Stunfisk in the back, so it's fine. We face a Swampert lead. What you have to do in a Swampert lead scenario is try to get an extra move in. If you get one extra move in while he doesn't get an extra move in during a charge move, you're gonna win this matchup easily. But yeah, my opponent does not shield the first move anyway, so we can counter him down in 2 shields, which is fine for me. We get some extra energy. My opponent goes into a Snorlax. Not the best save swap for a mid-champ, I would say, but I'm just gonna save my mid-champ at this point, go into my Stunfisk, try to catch a Body Slam there, but didn't work out that well. He goes to the Superpower. We are 1 away from the Earthquake. We can go for the Earthquake. We're gonna KO the Snorlax here. And my opponent thinks, okay, now I'm finally gone with the Steel type here with my Swampert, which is, yeah, Swampert can KO this still. But he does not know. He does not know. We have, okay, never mind. He has his Reggie Steel anyway, which is not as good for us, but we can still use our Steelix here as a wall, because the Steelix does not care. Flash Cannon does not do anything, and he has to throw against us. Even the Focus Blast, I think, wouldn't have KO'd us from this range, so good game there. Giratina lead. Not what we want to see. My opponent swaps in the Cresselia though, which is good for me. But my opponent plays that, I guess, right. I mean, he plays it like super weird. You're gonna see, you're gonna see, you're gonna see. My opponent shields the first Earthquake. I go for another Earthquake. Guess what my opponent gonna do? Shields another one. And now he has 2 shields down against this, the Galarian Stunfisk here, which is actually good for him, as he gonna be able to win switch advantage back here, I think, no matter what at this point. And maybe if I shielded twice, I could have got it off, but I needed 2 Earthquakes in the work site there, so got 1 Earthquake off there, but I still need like at least another. And yeah, this didn't look that good. I know it already has Giratina's thing, so what I have here is my Steelix. I don't want to get it as low as I kind of need them for the Giratina as well. And my opponent has a Reggie Steel in the back, and I thought, okay, not as good, is it? But I have 2 shields, so Focus Blast, that's fine. I can go for an Earthquake. How much does an Earthquake do against a Reggie Steel? Also, it's only slightly XL, I guess, and it does a lot of damage, but we can go into our Machamp at this point. Now we have to hope that the Rock Slide does enough damage that we can farm down the Giratina with our Steelix at this point, which this might be close. He has a lot of energy and is like half health still. Can we farm him down so we can have a move for the Registeel? Gonna be really, really close there. My opponent goes for a move. I think I cannot shield this. It's a Dragon Claw at least. But he goes into the Registeel. I can go for my move there. I was scared that the Registeel already had another move, so I didn't shield there. And now it's gonna come down to the wire, and we're gonna be able to win this game. Good game to my opponent. With Champ into Cresselia, you see fighting type leads are just perfect right now. They're everywhere. What I always try to do is like get some energy advantage and then go out of there. I think that's already the last game, so yeah, it doesn't really look good for us right now, this scenario. Lost lead hard, lost switch and hard, but we can actually get a shield here in this scenario, which is kind of nice. Yes, the Scrafty goes for the power punches. If you went for the foul play there, I think I wouldn't have got the shield off here, which is good for me. But I can go for a cross trap here, get the Scrafty dead, and he can go back into the Cresselia, and he throws a move, which is interesting. What do you have in the bag? What do you have in the bag? It's a Jellicent. Does not look too bad actually, as Jellicent is like also weak to the crunches. But you're gonna see Jellicent is just completely broken. This thing, like Bubble Beams me here, of course. I shouldn't have went for the crunch here, actually. That was like a misplay. That's definitely actually a huge misplay. I think that cost me the game here. As the crunch here does nothing now. If I just saved the crunch, I think I would have been fine. My opponent swaps out here perfectly fine. That he can store a Shadow Ball for the Steelix, which is totally the right play. I think maybe I should have shielded here, actually. As I know that's a Moonblast, I would have got to another Rock Slide there. I would have got a lot of damage in that. And yeah, maybe I just completely misplayed this game here. I don't know. We're actually not in the best spot here, as I should have went for the crunch at this point, actually. That wouldn't have allowed him to go for the Bubble Beam. I would have won this game, I think. Yeah, and I overfarmed here because I thought, okay, maybe I can farm down. I saw, okay, this is nowhere near to your farm down range, so sadly, we're gonna lose this game, as he can go for double Bubble Beam here. If I just saved the one thing there, I might have been able to win, but still a good game to my opponent. And yeah, I hope I see you in the next video. Tomorrow should be about Crowbird. Tomorrow's also my birthday.